everyone, my name is Chloe, and today I'm here to do a little book haul. And it's not one of my in and outs, so if you guys know, I typically at the end of every month, or it actually comes out at the beginning of the month, I do an in and out where I show you everything that I'm hauling for the month and everything that I'm unhauling. However, I have been using my library more, and I always use my library a lot for ebooks, audiobooks, and like digital media, but I don't use it as much for physical stuff just because my time to physically read, like I just don't have a lot of time that I can spend or that I choose to spend physically reading because either I'm too tired or there's stuff going on and I don't pick up physical books nearly as much as I used to. However, I am also one that I am really hesitant to buy like graphic novels and things like that because they are so quick that you don't spend a whole lot of time reading them and they're pretty pricey. So like if you know, I mean, my shelves are all used books, pretty much. And so I'm just like very cheap when it comes to books. And I figure if I'm spending $5 or $10 and getting like 6 hours of entertainment, that's really good. And so, long story to say that I have a hard time buying graphic novels because they take an hour or two and they're just as much, if not more, than regular books. And so, I have a little library book haul to show you guys today. So I have 4 things that I have gotten from the library, and I'm so excited for all of them. So let's just get into it. The first one is Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Rowell. Now, this came out a couple years ago, and I have just heard so many good things about it. I've heard it's got all the fall vibes, and it's just so cute. I think it maybe is a YA about these 2 teenagers who work in like this fall festival thing. And so I've heard it's got a lot of food references and just perfect fall graphic novel. And so the illustrator is Faith Erin Hicks, and I am just loving the insides. I love, love, love it. And so I cannot wait to read this. And I think it'll be the perfect seasonal read that I just can't wait for. So that's one thing. Then I got Class Act by Jerry Craft. So I just read New Kid by Jerry Craft and loved it. I gave it a 5-star. This is a middle grade YA kind of series. This one, New Kid was about this light-skinned black boy who is taken out of his school, like I think they lived like in the Bronx or somewhere in New York, and he is sent to this like prestigious white school. Predominantly white school, and he is one of 2 or 3 black kids in the whole school, and it talks a lot about the systemic racism and the outward racism and just everything, and him trying to find his place both in this predominantly white prestigious school and in his home back where like his friends are all of color and it's a little rougher neighborhood. And so this book is Class Act. This one is about his friend who is one of the other black kids in the school. And I just cannot wait. This says companion to the Newbery winner, New Kid. And I can't wait. It's just, I am so ready to revisit these people. And the artwork on these is great. And I just love it. And so I cannot wait. Can I say that again? I cannot wait to read this. Next is another graphic novel. This is Whitebird by R.J. Palacio. And now R.J. Palacio, he is the one who wrote Wander. And if you have not read Wander, please pause this video and go get it because it is so good. It is about it's a middle grade about this young boy who has a facial deformity, and it's about his struggle. He goes, I think he's like in 5th grade maybe, and he's going to public school for the first time. He has been homeschooled and he's finally ready to go into a public school. And so it's about him finding out like who he is, and he is just the kindest, most compassionate little kid. And I love him. The movie is good. The book is good. It's all so good. And so this one, I think, is about, it's like kind of a companion. This one is about the class bully from Wonder. And it's about his grandmother during World War II, I think. She was, who was hidden from the Nazis as a young Jewish girl in occupied France during the Second World War. So Julian is the name of the bully, if you remember him from the first book. And this is about his grandma and her time in World War II. Again, another graphic novel and more beautiful illustrations. I really love it. And this one is like these other 2 are more novel sized. This one is really big, and I'm just really excited. I mean, this is the cover of Wonder, and I love that book so much, so much. So can't wait for that. And then the last one is the Enneagram Type 3. And so if you don't know what the Enneagram is, it is another kind of personality test type thing. It is based in Christianity, and the Enneagram attempts to explain why you do what you do, not just what your behaviors are, but why they are, and how to kind of find your identity and be okay with your type, because there's positive and negative to all types. And so things that you see as flaws about yourself, recognizing and understanding them, and so you can use them kind of more as strengths and not let them like debilitate you and derail you. So I picked up this book, and this one I have actually already read. I wanted to know, so I am a 3 with a very strong 2 wing. And so I think anyway, and so I wanted to, one, validate that I am a 3, not a 2. And also I wanted to just learn more about me as a 3, because the only book I've read on the Enneagram is The Road Back to You. And that one is really good as an introduction into the Enneagram, and it does get into each of the types, but I really wanted something that was like going to be a deep dive into my type. However, what this is actually like a little book with a lot of journal prompts. About half of the pages, and it's a short book, and about half of the pages are journal prompts. And so I think this would be something like if you are wanting to spend that kind of time with a book and really think through things and journal. If you are a journaler, I am not a journaler, but if you are, I think this would be one for you. Or even I could see like taking this to a therapist and saying like, let's talk through these things. I think would be helpful, but as just something to read and get a deeper dive, this isn't really it. But I know there is a book for every number on this, so if you are into the Enneagram and wanting some journaling prompts, I would recommend this. So I didn't mean for that to be a review, but there you go. So that is my library haul. 4 books, and I can't wait to read the 3 that I haven't. And I'm just really excited to be like physically reading. And these graphic novels, my daughter will lay and read them with me. She'll look at all the pictures and watch them with me, and so I can like actually read with the kids around, because otherwise she's like, Mama, put down your book and do this or do that or whatever. But with these, she actually will read with me. So excited. Let me know, do you guys use your library for physical stuff very often? Do you not? Do you do like me and kind of only get like graphic novels and kind of specialty things? How do you use your library? I would love to know. So thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll talk to you in the next one. This is clearly a very super professional channel, because editing me is here, and I was like putting books away, doing stuff with that, and I found the 5th book, because I was thinking in my head, I have 5 books from the library, and then I had my stack, and I'm like, no, there's only 4, so I found the 5th book, you guys. So professional. So here it is. It is Clappin' You Land by Elizabeth Acevedo. So I went back and forth because this is all told in verse, and this is about you can't see that at all, but it's all told in verse. So this is about 2 girls who find out they're sisters when their dad dies. And so their dad is kind of living a double life. They don't know about each other or anything until they do. And so I went back and forth on if I wanted to read this one physically or on audio, because I have heard she is wonderful. I think she maybe narrates her own books. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that one. But so hearing her read the poetry is beautiful. But I also love reading things in different formats, obviously. And so reading the poetry, I feel like could be really helpful and really like just great for me. And also it feels like pretty chunky. It's like it's a little over 400 pages, but because it's written in verse, it should go really quick, which will then make me feel really productive. And so I figured I'd give it a try. Maybe I'll do both if I can find the audio version somewhere. So this is the 5th book. Now I'm actually done. Thank you again for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and tell me about your library. Bye.